Hello and welcome back to a very special edition of the Collectors Elite Auctions preview show. I'm your host, Alan, with Collectors Elite Auctions, and you might be wondering, this seems a little out of time from usual, and that's because we've got a special event coming up. Starting soon, we have our premier event. We've got a single estate auction coming in that's got some pretty extraordinary stuff, and to no one's surprise, the folks at Bryant Ridge have helped bring this on board. So today we're being joined by Eric Pruner from over at Bryant Ridge, who's going to tell us a little bit more about this collection. Eric, welcome to the show.
Thank you. How you doing?
I'm doing great, doing great. You know, it's not much of a breaking news that Bryant Ridge is bringing some cool stuff. You bring some fantastic stuff to every Collector's Elite auction, but this one's special. I mean, this is worthy of its own premier event. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, without giving too much away, this is really a special auction. We're really excited about it. Just a ton of great Colts. This is a single seller auction. Everything that's going to be up belongs to one collector. He's been collecting for years, and high end stuff. He's very picky, very choosy what he's collected over the years, and he's decided to rotate the inventory, so to speak, somewhat. So it's just a lot of great stuff. We're really excited about the event that's coming up. Absolutely.
Well, it's always great to have a single collector and their entire collection as well, because, they're, as you said, they're very particular about what they want. They're always getting good examples. You're not ending up with, duplicates or kind of a mishmash of things. This sounds like it's been a very tightly curated and thoughtful collection over the years.
Absolutely. Like I said, this gentleman focuses on Colts. That's what he does, and that's what he's been doing for years. We've talked in the past about a lot of people will collect a lot of different items, a lot of different manufacturers, and a lot of gentlemen like this guy, but they focus on just the Colts. That's all they've been going after for 30 plus years. They tend to end up with the best of the best in their collection. And with this particular gentleman also, he's upgraded particular items over the years. So he got what he thought was great, found the identical item that was a better one, a better version of it, rotated the stock that way. So it's just a lot of amazing stuff. Really, really great condition, unique items.
Well, then let's stop futzing around. Let's get into it. Let's grab some of that really cool Colt merchandise you've got, and let's take a look at one.
Well, I guess one of the first things that I was really attracted to looking into the vault is this Colt. It's actually a Python, 2.5 inch. And this thing is just immaculate. Condition is just fantastic on it. This particular Python, date of manufacture was 1976. It's got the royal blue finish, the desirable 2.5 inch barrel. Again, the original box, the Colt letter, everything you would want to go with it. Just pristine condition. The entire thing is just fantastic revolver.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't this one spend a little bit of time in, some Colt executives' offices up on display and later in their archive collection?
It actually did, yeah. It was in the Colt manager, the custom services office for quite some time, in the chairman's collection. So yeah, it definitely has some Colt history, as far as the manufacturing plant goes. It seems as though it was rotated around a couple of times from different offices, within Colt, before they finally turned loose of it. So.
Oh, but still, if it made the chairman's collection, I mean, that's got to be a testament to the condition and the way it was maintained.
Absolutely, everything that goes, to that degree, when they put them on display in the offices, they're typically in some kind of a display case. They don't get handled. They're very, very well taken care of, which makes them even more valuable when they finally do hit the market and come up for sale.
Not to mention, I mean, with that sort of provenance, that's definitely a one of a kind.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You bid on this one, you're the only one that's going to have it.
All right. Well, that great start. I mean, that's straight out of the chairman's collection. That's a great way to kick things off, Eric. What else you got for us?
Okay. Well, let me set this one aside here. The next one we're going to have is going to be the Colt Gold Cup Elite, chambered in 40 Smith & Wesson.
40 Smith & I mean, it's a Gold Cup Elite. I mean, you almost automatically think of those in 10 millimeter. That seems like a little bit of an odd duck.
It is. Get it here. Try not to drop it. All right. There we go. There it is in all of its glory. So, yeah, it is a little bit of an odd duck. Gold Cup Elite, 40 Smith & Wesson. This particular one was made in 1991. And if my memory serves me correctly, I'm going to try not to get the the number wrong on these. I believe it was a run of 250 units. And two-tone, beautiful. This gun is unfired. Again, got all the paperwork to go with it. It's just it's a rarity because of the caliber alone.
Sure. And I
and
mean, it's got that beautiful gold cup finish that they were known for. I mean, that entire line just were spectacular looking guns.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. The Gold Cup Elite, it's a upper echelon, top of the notch type gun anyway. So this one's pretty sought after just because of the caliber, the two-tone finish. Very, very collectible. A lot of people are going to be after this gun. Absolutely.
If you've got the 45 and you've got the 10, you kind of need the 40 to round it out.
Yeah, and it's the harder of them to find for sure. And to get one available like this in this condition, in the original case, and it's just a phenomenal opportunity to be able to bid on this gun. Absolutely is.
Well, that's even more rare that it's a 40 Smith & Wesson that people are actually looking to buy these days. It kind of fallen out of favor a little bit over the years, but that's one I think people are going to want to get their hands on. So,
absolutely is very, very collectible. This one is.
All right, very cool.
Get a good picture of that finish. The finish is just outstanding on it.
Yeah, I mean, even still cameras in a studio really failed to do a gold cup finish justice. I mean, the deep blue that Colt put on those guns. I mean, this was their pinnacle line, their flagship line, the gold cup. Everything on it was as close to perfection as they could make it.
Well, yes, it's all about the fit and the finish, and with the blued slide paired with the stainless frame, that alone is just a fantastic look. And you compare it with everything else, the rarity of the caliber and just the condition of the gun. It's a great opportunity for sure.
Well, and I highly doubt whoever picks this up is going to go down this route, but they were pretty solid shooters too. I mean, the Gold Cup
absolutely.
name comes from the accuracy, the fit, the frame to slide tightness. I mean, they were exceptional examples of 1911 craftsmanship.
Yeah, and match grade type guns right off the shelf. Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Oh. That's definitely. I did not have a 40 caliber Gold Cup on my bingo card for today, but that's really cool. I can't wait to see what else you got.
So that's we'll move on to the next one. Okay, we are going to take a look at one of the single action armies that are going to be in the auction.
I do like the phrase "one of the single action armies." It tells me we're going to have a nice selection of them to look through.
Absolutely.
It's hard to be a Colt collector without picking up single actions, though. I mean, let's be honest.
I'll just kind of put this one up there for a minute. Everybody can take a look at it before I start talking.
That's a beautiful, beautiful revolver.
It's beautiful. The finish is beautiful. As you can see, it's fully engraved. And this particular single action army is it's engraved by the master engraver Dennis Keys, and it's just an incredible example.
Yeah, absolutely. Dennis Keys, well known in the engraving world, and the day when laser engraving is kind of a thing, still seeing an old world master's work can take your breath away.
Absolutely, and he is considered one of the masters for sure.
For Colt, absolutely.
Yeah, the coverage on this thing is it's incredible. Everywhere you look, it's just there's something else to see on it, and then you just everywhere you look, you find more engraving on it. And again, the pictures here, the video is not doing this thing justice.
Fortunately, though, you can hop over to
museum quality
collectorseliteauctions.com and see all kinds of pictures of it, nice up close detail. Because one thing we've talked about you in the past is no one does photography better than Bryant Ridge for their listings. So a lot of opportunity to check out this in detail.
Absolutely. I'm trying to.
And it's certainly in that 7.5-inch 4440 configuration. That's got to make it a little more desirable of a single action on its own right.
Absolutely, it does. The caliber, the 7.5-inch barrel, that's very sought after. This thing's got everything going for it. It really does. As far as if somebody's looking for just a top-notch single action army to add to the collection, or if they're looking for the first one in the collection, talk about starting out at the top. This is really how you're going to do it.
It's hard to get better than Dennis Keys to get started with your Colt collection.
Yes, absolutely. I was going to try to go a different area on those grips, but it's not working out. I'm not getting the picture that I'm trying to get.
Well,
so anyway,
you know what, Eric, go ahead and tell us about them. Like I said, there's plenty of photography over at the listing on Collectors Elite Auctions. People can see them in detail, and kind of connect it up with the story.
Well, it's, you get different types of grips can set these things off too, whether they're ivory grips or mother of pearl grips, so I was just trying to kind of focus on the grips on this one a little bit, just because they're incredible looking grips.
I mean, that thing's just screaming, put me under lights in a glass case so that people can look at every angle and see every piece of artwork on me.
Absolutely, yeah. Because at the end of the day, it's about 50% revolver and 50% artwork. So definitely one to set out and put on display for people to enjoy it. Absolutely. You don't even have to be a firearm enthusiast to enjoy the beautiful engraving on this and the grips and everything else that goes with it.
Yeah, I mean, art is its own language, so this one speaks volumes.
Well, I'm gonna set that one aside.
All right. I mean, so far you're batting 1,000 on the cool stuff category there, Eric. So.
Okay, let's see what I got next year. I think the next one we're going to look at, or I should say the next set, is going to be a Colt double diamond set.
Okay, not familiar with that one, so you're going to have to educate me.
Okay, so this set was made for Colt's 150th anniversary and is a 6-inch Python and Officer's ACP 1911 compact.
So a revolver and a semi. Okay,
Correct.
well, that makes sense for 150 years. That would have been 1986, probably?
I'm sorry.
That would have been about 1986?
Oh, it was exactly 1986. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. So this particular one, this is obviously the Colt Officer's ACP. 45 ACP is the caliber. Barrel length is 3.63 inches. Smooth rosewood grips with the medallions. The left side of it is stamped double Colt 150, so you've got the number on there. Just a beautiful gun, and this set, we'll get to the Python here in just a moment as well. Set has original boxes, factory letter, as well as the original display case. So when it comes back to talking about displaying the guns and the firearms, this one actually has the case for that purpose.
Well, and we talk about subset of collecting all the time, and if you're into anniversary collections of Colts of 50s, 100s, 150-year marks, I mean this is the item to have.
Absolutely, and to find a set this complete in this condition, again, it's just it's an amazing opportunity. You find these sets out there once in a while; they're not readily available, but you'll come across them. But coming across one that's obviously spent its entire life in the display case, in the boxes, not handled much, this is going to be the set for you for sure.
Well, of the 1,000 or so sets I think they made, I mean...
Correct. Yeah, there was 1,000 of them manufactured.
And I would assume a percentage of those have been broken up over time, as these sets often get.
Right. This set is actually number 803 of the 1,000.
Well, there we go.
And there is the 6-inch Python that goes with the set.
Now, that's a mirror finish. That is stunning. And am I seeing silver medallions instead of the usual gold ones on that stock?
Correct.
Interesting.
Correct. So it's still got the rosewood grips, the silver medallions, 6-inch vented rib. It's also marked on the barrel, double diamond. I don't know if you can see that right there or not.
And I'm assuming sequential serial numbers with the 1911?
Absolutely. Absolutely. The 357 Magnum cartridge. It's just everything you would hope for in a double diamond set. Like I said, with the original boxes, the Colt letters, and that display case, it's just all be kept together. It's just an incredible set. It absolutely is. No disappointments here whatsoever.
It's just a layer cake of collectability. You have a Python, first of all, which in and of itself is collectible.
Absolutely.
But then you've got one with this finish and condition. You throw in that it's part of a matched set as the double diamond, and then the 150th on top of that. That's
just checks all the boxes.
That's bingo right there.
Yeah, absolutely. Anybody that likes the match sets, or like you said, just the Python collectors, it's just this one. It checks all the boxes for the Pythons for sure. But and
it comes with the boxes to check.
Beautiful set.
It even comes with its own boxes for you to check, which makes it great.
Absolutely.
All right, well, Eric, I got to tell you, that's going to be a tough one to top. That I know you're always supposed to go out on a high note, so The pressure's on here.
Well,
What's
I think we've got something that might pull that off here. Let me just double check my notes here. Bear with me a moment.
Yeah, no problem. I'll go on a limb and guess it's a Colt.
You are correct. And it is another single action Army. And let me just pull that up there. There we go.
Eric, it kind of looks like there's something missing on the frame that I usually see on a single action Army.
Well, there might be some screws missing.
Is that a screwless frame?
It is. It is. And there was about, I think there was about 100 of those that were
Oh,
manufactured.
I was going to say, you now have my attention, sir.
Well, this gun is just an incredible, beautiful piece. I want to say, and let me just check my notes, make sure I'm not giving you bad information here. This is going to be the 7.5-inch barrel, 4440, and this is factory engraved, Class D, expert level, by renowned master engraver John Adams Sr. And I'll try to turn this around here. You can see the different areas where it's got the engraving, and the finish is just beautiful.
Yeah, and we've already talked of the collectability of the 7.5-inch and a 4440, so it's got that just checked off right away. But I mean, that engraving is stunning.
Yeah, no, it's just it's something really to look at everywhere on there that is engraved.
And again, as you were talking a couple of guns ago, those ivory stocks just look fantastic on there.
Absolutely, stocks can set the gun off for sure. And I don't know if the camera again is doing those justice or not, but yeah, the finish on this thing is just incredible.
No, Eric, I don't think any camera can actually do it justice, but. Again, there's some definite great high-res shots over at collectorseliteauctions.com if you really want to see the detail on this. It's I can only imagine what this looks like in person.
Absolutely, and when you look at it on Collector's Elite, you're not going to have my big fat hands in the way. You can actually just focus on the revolver itself, and the high resolution picture is just going to help out hugely on this thing. These guns, all of them, are just artwork. They really are, but this one definitely is something very, very special.
Now, I may be going a little deeper down a rabbit hole than you're prepared for, but was this, I mean, since so few of the screwless models were made, did this come right off the factory floor and go into the custom side engraving work, or was this just was this a screwless that came up and got the full spa treatment and kind of?
I believe that was the situation right there. That was a good way to put it. Got the full spa treatment. Yeah, I think that's what we had going on with this one, definitely. And,
well, I mean, it certainly doesn't impact its collectability. I mean, it's
No.
as you mentioned, the screwless frames in and of themselves are, hard to find. I mean, almost impossible to find. They're hen's teeth essentially, but let alone one in this condition with everything that comes with it and the beautiful work that's been done to it.
Right. So again, got the Colt letter, got the case that it comes in, the hard case, as well as the factory box. Just another fine piece that's going to be on this collector's elite auction. We're really excited. We're really excited about this upcoming auction. This is just, we don't have time to show even, half the stuff here today. It's just, there's too much of it. It's all amazing stuff. And I just picked some items that jumped out at me, but there's going to be something for everybody. I can promise that.
Yeah, I was just scrolling through the list when it came over. I'm glad it was on you to pick 4 or 5 really outstanding ones because I was having a hard time narrowing it down that far.
Right.
Every time you think you've got, these are my top 5, you go to the next page, you're like, well, okay, here's 5 more that are pretty incredible. So, and again, the condition, obviously the collector being a very focused, very conscious effort in the way he built his collection. I mean, it shows in this set. Like you said, if he had a really good example of something and found an outstanding example, he'd trade them out. And I think obviously this screwless 7.5-inch is pretty much the shining example of what that looks like.
Right, absolutely. He was just currently on the hunt to try and acquire the best of the best, and this collection shows that. Every bit of it does. I think everybody will be really, really happy to have the opportunity to view it and to bid on it.
Well, we're excited to get it up and running. We're excited to showcase this with everybody. Again, if you want to see some of these in detail, including the rest of the collection, not just these 5 items, collectorseliteauctions.com. Click on the upcoming auctions tab. You can scroll through the lots. You can see what's going on. You can try try to figure out how to, cash out that crypto account or whatever it's going to take to get that Colt collection of yours upgraded a little bit, or start a new one. And if you're going to start, you might as well start with the best. And
These be some great starter
frankly,
pieces for sure.
yeah, I mean, frankly, Eric, this is one of the most impressive Colt collections I've seen, period, let alone coming available on the market.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's going to be disappointed. Absolutely not.
Well, betting's going to be kicking off soon. We encourage you to hop over to collectorseliteauctions.com, check everything out. If you see a piece that has to be in your collection, get those bids in. Otherwise, we will see you next month on the next Collectors Elite Auctions preview show. Eric, again, appreciate your time and walking us through this stuff. This has been, it's just beautiful to see this stuff, and it just reminds me, I've really got to figure out a way to get that kidney of mine sold so we can start getting into some of this myself.
Well, thank you very much. Appreciate you taking the time to meet with us and go over these pieces. And like I said, we're all looking forward to the upcoming auction.
Absolutely. Well, folks, if you see something you like, or you see something one of your friends is going to like, share this episode, give it a like, pass it on. Leave us a comment if there's something in there you're looking for. If you've got some thoughts on, engraved blue versus engraved, polished, what do you like? What are you looking for? Do you have a collection going yourself that you're looking to add to? Let us know. Otherwise, we will see you next month on the Collectors Elite Auctions preview show.